Hello and welcome back. If you want to learn more about Scala, you can go to this wiki page or any other page. I found it quite interesting. Uh, it came out as an experiment done on Java Virtual Machine, and now it is now the Spark is built on Scala, which is one of the best big data processing tools. We'll get into details of Spark later. Let's see how Java and Scala are related for now. When you run Java code, there are two steps involved there. You first write source code, and that will be compiled using Java compiler to bytecode. It is not the code that can be run on machine. This is just intermediate code, and when you run your bytecode in JVM, the just-in-time compiler will come and translate it into machine level code, which can be run by computer. So let's see how it works for Scala. When you write Scala code, you do the similar thing. You use Scala compiler, and then you get bytecode. This bytecode is same as the bytecode you get here, the Java bytecode, and that will also be compiled by just-in-time compiler to machine level code during runtime. So that's why we need a Java development kit when we want to do any development in Scala. If you want to learn more about Scala, you can follow any one of these awesome books here. I like this programming in Scala because it's simple and it explains a lot of details about uh, small details about the Scala programming language. That is quite helpful. Let's dive right into Scala REPL. We will be covering basic syntax and how to get started quickly in Scala. So let me open command prompt. And this is how simple it is to open Scala REPL. You just go to command and do Scala. And REPL is a read eval print loop. It's quite useful tool if you want to test something. You don't need to go ahead and create a project and then compile it and run it as executable. You can just open this REPL and type in anything you want. It will evaluate for you. Let's start with hello world. Hello world from Scala REPL. So this is the most basic thing I could write in REPL, and let's see how we can define variables in Scala. There are two types of variables. They are mutable and immutable. Generally, immutable are preferred more. So let's create one immutable variable example. Immutable are val equals 5. So if you are familiar with Java, you might have noticed a few differences here. One is that we don't need a semicolon, and the other is we don't define explicitly that this is int. We can do that if we want to do val a or b int equals 1 0 10. So Scala has good type inference system. If we just assign 5 to A, it will infer that it is 5, or we can explicitly say that this B is an int and not a float or string. And if you want to reassign it to, let's say, a equals to 7, we cannot do it because we can't reassign and to a val. We can do is var c equals 15 and c equals 20. Now we can reassign it because it is mutable. So vals are immutable and vars are mutable. It's not just single line statement we can write in a REPL. We can write multi-line statement. Let's not go into the syntax of it, but I'll just create a class to so that multi-line statements how multi-line statements are written in REPL. Class person, and just press enter, and then we can write name string is we defined the new class which is multi-line statement. And now let's define a person. We call him Mike equals to new person Mike, and it is 15 years old. Let's see dot name Mike, and is 15. So that is it for this video.